Traces of psychedelic substances in hair from 3 years ago. 1,000 years. Analysis of hair found in one of the caves located on the island of Menorca provided direct evidence that already in the Bronze Age people took psychoactive substances. Chemical compounds found in the hair could change perception and cause hallucinations. Scholars believe that they were most likely used during ritual ceremonies. It is known that various intoxicating substances have already been used in antiquity. Recently, direct evidence has been found to indicate that already in the Bronze Age people used them, probably during ritual ceremonies. Researchers from the Autonomous University of Barcelona they analyzed human hair found lying in the Mediterranean Sea Menorca Island. Research has detected the presence of psychoactive alkaloids. The description and research results were published in the magazine Scientific Reports. So far, scientists have only speculated about the possibility that people in such distant times used psychoactive substances. They had only circumstantial evidence in the form of the presence of alkaloids opium in the vessels they use. This time, however, he got some science under it direct evidence in relation to the hand. In Spain's Menorca is located the Es Carats Cave, which was inhabited about 3,600 years ago, is located. Importantly, there was a part intended for her burial place inhabitants, which was used in this way until about 2,800 years ago. And it was thanks to her that the above-mentioned evidence was found. First, however, a few remarks about the burial chamber itself. Well, it was originally assumed that about 210 people were buried there. However, as it additionally turned out, the hair parts the inhabitants were colored red and then arranged in made of wood and corner containers, additionally decorated with concentric circles. These containers were then placed in an even more distant part of the cave, probably for even better protection, including related protection ceremonies. The age of this hair is estimated at 3,000 years. What could they mean? Mentioned circles? About that in a moment. It was this red hair that became the subject of research. Scientists who used ultra-high-performance chromatography for this purpose, liquid and high-resolution mass spectroscopy. Analyses showed presence of alkaloids, atropine, scopolamine, and ephedrine. The first two of these, the substance can be found in plants belonging to nightshades, and they can change perception, induce hallucinations, and delirium. Ephedrine, on the other hand, is present in some shrubs and is a stimulant. It can also increase excitement, alertness, and physical activity. It turned out that there were traces of all three substances. It was found in the tested hair samples, through which plants they could get into their owners' bodies. Scientists suggest they may have been mandrake, henbane, datura, and ephedra fragilis. They could all be in some place, the method used by the shaman during ritual ceremonies. What about? Concerning the concentric circles mentioned above, it is believed that they could symbolize the eyes or provide a metaphor for internal vision. Participants of the ceremony who were under the influence of intoxicating substances experienced the fragility of the solar system. One more planet could destroy life on Earth. A super-Earth located between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. She would be able to throw Earth out of the solar system and destroy life on planet. Results from computer simulations conducted by Stephen Kane, astrophysicist at the University of California, Riverside. Among the almost 4,000 systems identified so far, the planetary ones do not have anything like the solar system. This may be due to technological limitations of the equipment we have. These types of systems can exist beyond the detection limit of our telescopes. observed by us, the arrangements are characterized by extraordinary diversity. However, what is thrown into the eyes are the fact that there are no so-called super-Earths or the so-called mini-Neptune, and these types of planets are common elsewhere in the galaxy. What if such a super-Earth existed in solar system? An astrophysicist checked it using computer simulations. Stephen Kane of the University of California, Riverside. In his research he showed that if our system were to be much larger than Earth, a rocky planet, our planet could be ejected from the system. The description and results of the research were published in the magazine The Planetary Science Journal. Analyzing the structure of the solar system in terms of types and the size of the planets that exist in it, as well as their distribution, we can notice that there are two gaps of sorts in it. The first is, of course, the space between Mars and Jupiter, where the belt is asteroids. The second gap concerns the construction itself and the weight of subsequent existing one's planet. As we know, there are planets in the solar system rocky and gaseous. The latter are real giants, both in diameter and masses, while rocky ones, like the Earth, are small next to them. Anyway, even the smallest gas giant, Neptune, is 4 times larger anyway and as much as 17 times heavier than the largest rocky planet, which it is Earth. But there are rocky planets in other systems, and quite common, which are much larger than Earth. This is the so-called super-Earths. However, the question arises, what would happen if we tried fill both of these gaps in the solar system? To find out, he created a number of computer simulations of the planet between Mars and Jupiter, different masses, and then observed its effect on the orbits of all others' planet. In the context of the results obtained, one might rather say, that's not what was expected. It turned out that the placement in the system, the sunshine of such an additional planet, could have disastrous consequences for the system itself, as well as even for life on Earth. First of all, it's about potential impact on Jupiter, which is as much as 318 times more massive than ours planets. Appearing near him, whether super-Earth or otherwise, a sufficiently large object could seriously shake it, which it would have an impact on the surrounding planets. But that's not the end. Appropriate placement super-Earths in the solar system could destabilize at best Earth's orbit so much that life on it would become much more difficult. The worst thing, this planet would even be able to make Mercury, Venus, and the Earth would even be catapulted from the solar system. Suitable mass, an additional planet and its location could even do the same with orbits Uranus and Neptune, which could also end with a journey into space for them, space one way.